You've seen his TV ads and you've heard his mantra. This is a guy that will repair your car and repair it right. Well, that's exactly what he's done to a classic Italian automobile. So we've jumped out of the studio and we've come to one of the Northwest premier body shops to find out about a passion, a love, a restoration to original beauty. Leif, welcome to the Ride Show.
Oh, thank you.
We've come to your shop to take a look at, I would hasten to say, your baby. This is a Ferrari, right?
This is a Ferrari. It's my baby, yeah. We've been working on it for about 2 years.
So tell me the story. You come across a Ferrari that didn't have a good day.
Yeah, it was wrecked down in Southern California. We don't know the real history of it, but it was wrecked very, very hard. Whoever had it spun out, they had hit the side of it and hit the back of it, and actually hit it so hard that it had pushed this in and shoved this all up. So it had been hit in 2 different areas. So it was pretty bad off. Insurance company ended up totaling it.
And so this was a perfect opportunity for you to say, this is what I've been waiting for, right?
Yeah, I've been talking to a guy down there that's a broker, and I said, look, if something like this comes around, I'd really like to do it. It's a showpiece. It's something nobody else has done, something this extensive with this type of materials. And we just kind of wanted to showcase what we can do. I mean, we are the best.
And this car, now and we're going to show some of the footage of this, but this car was painstakingly done, a lot of it by you.
Yes.
You really started stripping it down, didn't you? This is something you want to do yourself.
Yes.
But to do this car, and this is what amazes me so much, because it's really a flagship for your whole shop, is the fact the exact dimensions to get it right and get it repaired properly. Is there anyone else that could really have done this in this area apart from you?
Not in this area, no. There's a few guys out there that can do work like this in the United States. But putting it together as a package, I would, in the Northwest, I'd say no. Yeah.
And so the exact work really fell right into your personal hands. And so when did you start?
Well, we started in fall of 2007 and started tearing it apart, analyzing the damage, making sure we were able to document everything we needed to do. And then from there, it went to a situation where we had to put it on the factory frame dimension racks and basically start putting it back together piece by piece.
You almost took it completely apart, right?
It was completely apart. The engine was out. We had taken out the entire interior, the dash, the pedal assemblies, the air conditioning, the entire suspension was off the car, and it was actually cut into 1/3 of the vehicle had been cut off the car, and we spliced another 1/3 onto it from another Ferrari, a donor car.
Now, you know what's really strange to me is, you know, when you have a repair, a lot of people want to do a home repair, they'll go and buy the manual on how to repair their 19 or 2002 Land Rover Discovery. Where do you get a book that tells you?
There's no book.
So how do you do it? What do you do?
Just right here.
Oh, so you just know.
Yeah,
you instinctively look at something and you know where it goes?
Yeah, you know, a car is a car. You know, there's an engine, there's suspension. Everything makes sense. It's very logical the way it's done. You know, the Italians will do something a little bit differently than the Germans or the Americans or the Japanese, but it's still basically a car. So as you take the car apart, you just learn how they built it. And if you can take it apart right and you take your time, you can put it back together.
And you had a special room for this. You had the original frame that these cars were built on.
Yeah, it was an original frame rack. There's a car bench out of Italy, makes the benches that the Ferraris are built on. And so we bought one of those benches. We had it imported in. And so we had this on that bench when we started welding the frame back together again. And it was so precise. We had the Ferrari jigs that Ferrari uses to make this car. And so we were able to line up all the different specifications to the exact jigs for everything on this car. So as it went back together, everything was within ±1 millimeter.
And that's the exactness. That's what.
And, yes.
That's the perfect car assembly. Now, we're waiting for more parts to finish the vehicle, right?
Small parts, yeah.
Where are we at?
Well, right now the engine's in. It's almost ready to fire. We're waiting for one computer that sat under the driver's seat that got hit in the accident. We are waiting for the driver's seat for the left side. We're waiting for the airbags. There's a lot of miscellaneous clips and small things back here that were destroyed in the accident. They're, you know, nickel and dime things we call them. We're waiting for, as far as anything else major, that's about it. So once I get the computers in and installed, we can fire the engine. Once I get the seat in, we can drive it. We have to get the airbags in, and then once the airbags in, then we reset the airbag lights, reset the modules, and it's good to go.
So I want to ask you 2 favors.
Yeah.
First of all, when you get the car back together, Will you let us know?
Absolutely.
And will you take me for a ride in it?
Absolutely.
That's
I think we need to go to PIR.
Yeah.
Okay.
We want to drive this around PIR when Leif is finished putting it back together now.
I'll drive it and you can hold the camera.
All right.
Okay.
We'll definitely catch up with Leif and the team when they get the car back on the road, and we'll spend a day at PIR seeing how, I wouldn't say racing it because I don't want anything to happen to it, but seeing how it performs. If you want to find out more about the sort of work that these guys do, the website is at the bottom of your screen. Please give them a visit, because obviously if they can put this back together and do it right, they can probably do a good job for your car. The Ride Show will be right back. Coming up, this is definitely a car to behold. It's causing heads to turn all over North America. Hyundai have done it again. This time, it's the Genesis Coupe.